manufacturers of Royal, Horizon, and Quick and Easy paper towels and napkins.
Raise it high up the ladder, let we set it on fire. A little more calypso, forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo, a little more shango. Find the greasy pole, and we don't dance round the maple.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Oui Culture. It is indeed a pleasure, as always, to be with you on a Friday evening. And, of course, as always, we intend to have a good time, yeah? Tonight, it looks like it's me and the Queen. Queen, good evening. How are you doing? I think I'm not hearing you well. I'm not sure what's happening there. My end is okay. Wait, let me try something and see. Anything? Okay, let's see if we can get that sorted out, folks. We seem to be having a little techie here. So stay with us for a moment. We just try to get this sorted out. Reece, any better? Can you? Okay, so let's see if we can rectify this.
From the top of Observatory Road, St. George.
Let we set it on fire. A little more calypso, forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo, a little more shango. Find the greasy pole, and we don't dance round the maple.
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
I am a VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized. I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
The Planning and Development Authority of Grenada, PDA, is enforcing regulations to curb illegal, disorderly, and unauthorized development in several locations throughout the state of Grenada. The authority is concerned that structures mainly associated with vending are negatively impacting the environment, has undesirable public health and sanitation consequences, present obstructions to vehicle and pedestrian traffic, can become projectiles during adverse weather conditions, and generally affect the aesthetics of the nation. The PDA will work along with stakeholder ministries and institutions to effect the demolition, removal, and disposal of structures which fall in the category of illegal and disorderly development, commencing January 2024. In this regard, persons who vend in or occupy such illegal structures are advised to secure their personal belongings and have the structures removed ahead of the planned PDA demolition operations. These because actions of the PDA have become necessary to safeguard and protect public health and the environment, ensure the safety and well-being of all citizens and visitors, discourage any future disorderly construction, and encourage compliance to regulations pertaining to physical development in the state of Grenada. This is a message from the Planning and Development Authority of Grenada.
Raise it high up the ladder. Let we set it on fire. A little more calypso. Forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo. A little more shango. Find the greasy pole. And we don't dance round the maple.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Raise it high up the ladder. Let we set it on fire. A little more calypso. Forget the funk and the disco.
Okay, folks. So, all right, we're gonna try again. I think we have it right now. So, of course, we welcome all our viewers on GBN TV. Of course, our friends on Facebook page and YouTube channel, and our listeners on K105 FM. So, I was saying just before we got interrupted there by internet. It looked like it's myself and the Queen tonight. Queen, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
It's been a very hard week. But as usual.
Let me correct you. From what I know, you need to speak in plural tense.
What's that?
Hard weeks. Because I know you've been going.
A hard 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But I'm surviving it, so.
Well, yeah. You have to survive. You know, you from Guav. If you ain't survive, then you let it down Guav name.
That's it. We back.
And, you know, Guav name had the spell, so.
We back broad.
Guav name had the spell, so you had to keep the flag flying.
That's right. So
yeah.
So we're okay.
Well,
okay.
The thing is, a lot has been happening. I mean, even everything has its link to culture, but there are sometimes we've done some discussions that weigh heavily on current affairs and very serious issues, and there seem to be some serious issues trending in Grenada these days. I don't know how much you've been following, but I'd like to hear your thoughts on some of it.
You know something, Godfrey? I used to be such an ardent listener of news.
Uh-huh.
So much so that if you hear 7 after 7 and my phone ringing, I would answer like this. It's quite obvious that you have no idea what time it is. I wouldn't even say hello. I would be like, do you know what time it is?
News time.
It's like, that's been disrespectful when you call around news time and it tells me who you are just by that call. You don't watch news, which is so important to me because I grew up
News, yes.
radio, listening to BBC News, this kind of thing. So, yeah, I used to be like that. But I ain't lying to tell you. You see, since after that pandemic,
things change.
that pandemic took a toll on me. You know what you call too much information? Information overload.
That's right.
It just got to me. The pandemic, currently Trump and Biden and Fox News and them, and the court. I never hear about a man that is indicted and this and that and that and that, but no jail law.
Well, let me tell you, honestly, you ain't missed nothing, because every night, I mean, the thing is, I look at the news. The truth is, sometimes, not that I want to, but where I am here, I have to monitor because we do that link with television to ensure that people who are not close to television can actually hear the news. But nowadays, when you hear the news, it's only one person you're seeing and hearing the news nowadays,
I was at Trump and Biden.
No, I mean, one of our notorious American trained attorneys. I mean, that's all. Sometimes I wonder if that's all the news we have in Grenada,
What are you talking about? We're trying to run your money on Jerry.
But I don't, all I tell you is a notorious American trained attorney. That's all I say. I don't want to get sued, and my name is call. So.
I just find like
no, but that's all.
Hide with you. I don't try to protect you.
But listen, but that's all you hear.
If you're talking about Jerry, say you're talking about Jerry.
But that's all. That is all that you hear in the news.
That's why Jerry would always represent people from Guam, because he know what he see is what he get.
From headline, listen. From
then you go to the holy man. Don't want to give him any honors. Call him a name.
From headline to tail line, amigo. That remind me. No. That remind me in the early years. Let me see, in the maybe after 84, 1984 coming up there. They didn't put it on television. One man alone. If you have anything, if a pipe open, one man. If a drain clear, one man. If a plane disappear, one man. Anything.
You need to narrow it down. Are you talking about a lawyer or a politician this time?
Just say one man. I'm just I'm just making reference to individuals who seem to just have a way of dominating the airwaves.
Of being popular on the news.
We're popular in the news, yeah, dominating the news.
Well, I remember there was that time you used to be popular too,
Me?
If I thought that was you.
Where? Never.
You.
Never.
You were doing 1,000,001 different program. You're still doing 1,000,001 different program. If I tune on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I see you.
No, man. Well, I mean, that different thing.
Even if it's repeat, I see you.
Yeah, well, that different thing. But I'm talking about real serious vibes.
Everybody have their sector. Everybody have their sector.
Well, I guess, but I mean, but what you see, but what I say,
everybody at the time, there's a reason and a season. People season. So
a man called me the other day, and the man well vexed. He said, "Well, listen, that's all the news alone you have. All that nice thing what happening, development and all kind of thing. Nothing." I said, "Well, I don't know.
Last night I heard something, I don't remember what I heard, But I said, lad, is that bad? You don't using Grenada? I don't remember what it was. It sounds very public relations-y.
Well, no, but that's the thing. That's the thing.
You know what? Maybe we could talk about the media tonight, I always find, generally...
But we talking about the media already?
No, I hope Janet listening. She does listen and make sure they go comment. I'm waiting for her tonight. She had Gerard, my favorite.
President?
Audrey, media in Grenada, generally, and listen, I say generally, they're lazy.
You saying that? You say that soft so if you
What do you mean? Yes,
hello. Give the media give the media the kudos, no man. Don't that you talking as though you.
No kudos today. I was one of them at one point in time. Listen.
No, I mean, if you say they're lazy,
some of them who do the investigative journalism, right? They would go some, and I don't say all the extra miles was some extra miles and get whatever, but it's almost limited to jurisdiction. And the jurisdiction is mostly St. George's, right? If a crime happening in Guelph, they say they bring in a alleged criminal in the court in Guelph, they run up. Literally run up.
But there's a reason for that.
What's the reason?
So that a notorious American train attorney could get prominence.
Don't try that.
I tell you.
Good thing happening. Good thing happening. Real feel good stories, you know, and thing. And they was only come to show those crime and them where we burning thing in the road and we blocking road.
The old fridge and thing.
Our dog helping vehicle reverse and you know you can't think I
dog,
yeah.
So
for you know, right?
Yeah, no, but
them time.
Hold on. Listen to me. Let's put things in proper perspective. We know it is established that Guelph is the only place you can find a dog changing tire on vehicle, and it's that. Nowhere else. So we settle on that, and it's that.
And we don't mind that, you know. Everything good, bad, great, not too great, miraculous, everything. It originates from the place. I mean, you have to give the place its respect and its accolades.
But
its kudos and all of that.
But Guelph never have a prime minister.
But come and showcase other things too.
Who's Ollie? When you say Ollie, what you mean that?
You and them.
Why have you stopped that?
You and them.
Listen now.
All of them boys St. George's. They will call me, Kirani, they here? Yes. What are you doing up there for him? They coming. Watch me. You could send some footage for us. Come up.
Who tell you that?
I don't have them.
But call name, just so you making noise. Just now, hold on. Just so you making noise with me to call name. Now you're afraid to call name.
Some of them know they buy all you again, you
where are they?
They did, but they don't again. Well, yeah.
I want to know where they.
Like, come on, man.
No. But it's I'm not afraid to say it's an established fact that news reporters they're lazy like the blood clot. You ever hear about blood clot? You ever hear about blood clot? If your blood clot, you can't get. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, it's like they don't.
All this you don't waiting on. Let me tell you.
They have limitations like vehicle issues, driver issues, time constraints. Because I know now. You know, in the past, news used to be live. News is not necessarily live anymore. It's pre-recorded. So the pandemic has done quite a number on us. So maybe these are some of the constraints. But I don't mind if the feel-good stories and stuff come next day. Because you're probably recorded late, built your story and, you know. But I just find like... It's like if you don't email something, if you don't use technology.
But that's what I tell you. They only see them waiting for a press conference and to get something. And listen, and let me tell you, when you see the press release come, it's just cut and paste, you know. No kind of say, well, let me fix it up and then go into my vocabulary, Google something to make sure, well, that is how you had a song when you go on the TV. Nothing so.
I hope you know. I don't have to come and buzz GBN tomorrow.
For what?
Is you?
With what? I would listen to me. Hello. I would never say these things about GBN.
Run your mouth, man. You run.
I would not. I would never say these things about GBN.
Yeah. I have another peeve, you know.
Well, bring it.
Yeah. I feel when it comes to that media awards, I feel it's sabotage us.
All you had to hard. I didn't want to you.
No. Watch me. Don't juke that. Don't juke that day. Don't juke that day. Don't juke that day.
I tell
You
you.
don't work hard.
I tell
I
you.
don't work hard.
Hold on.
Livingston don't work hard. I do a little work. I don't work hard at all.
You don't understand. You see, I tell you. Oli. I call it a partner of mine. From morning, I tell you, don't go in the people thing. All you would hear.
Oh no, I feel you have something to do with that too.
To do with what?
You, like you and Scholar, you all subliminally just sabotage the thing, right?
No,
I remember that.
I vote about 10 times. Me alone, you know. I vote about 10 times.
No, that last day that we were supposed to like tell our viewing public and so that we're up for possibly People's Choice Award. So go out there, and if you believe that we are deserving of it, to vote. That program never happened, That program never happened, So we looked at the opportunity.
I was sitting here. I was sitting here waiting.
Yeah.
I was
so
sitting.
More taller than you.
I was waiting. I was sitting here waiting. I'm always here waiting.
So it's more taller than you. I will give you that.
Well, look who here. Me and you.
Yes. The public know that we are the number one program. You know that.
Yeah.
They know that. Yes.
Well,
they know that. So I don't understand. I wonder who is these people that not vote, not for us, but against us.
So
they want,
it's like,
what do they probably say?
It's like an election.
Any other but We Culture.
It's like an election.
Yes.
What against?
I don't care who we get, but what I know is I don't want you. So anybody me hand fall, and once you don't start with OUI, according to our coach, what is not the OUI.
All you wrong. I tell you all, I say Reece. Don't go in them people thing. You won't hear.
And watch the thing work out in such a way, maybe it was divine intervention, because I was supposed to have, I had this get together for the team that assisted with Missing John last year. It was overdue.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided we were having that little get together from about 5, and then it was races down to the traces there, because up for awards or not, I like to go to media awards. It's a small crowd. It's people that you're familiar with. I just like the thing. So, but I didn't make it. When after 9 sessions still going on with my thing. So I messaged and I said, does it make sense even coming? Well, Mr. Gerard, I'll call him name, answer me, maybe anything done. Then when he answered me, so I didn't even get to go. And maybe it's a good thing I didn't get to go, because I don't find it even call me name.
Well, I don't know what has happened, so I tell you. All they go learn to listen to me when I talk to all you.
But we had fans that actually followed up, They wanted to know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know me. I let them know the truth. That those fellas and them, they didn't push. They don't do nothing.
What didn't push what?
Yes.
Girl, anytime this thing happens, there is one conclusion and one reason. They thief.
Yes, because I still want to know how Good Morning Grenada. How Good Morning Grenada. When people don't want to get up, don't bother in. Beat us, How they beat us?
They thief. They thief.
I don't understand.
They thief. Why else it could be? Let me tell you something. Anytime you have anything like that, well, any level of competition where you have winners or anything like that, it's cultural that they thief.
Of course.
And the thing is, if they don't thief, the thing doesn't nice, They had to thief. You understand?
Yes.
They had to thief. If anything, Calypso, no matter Queen show,
Yeah.
anything.
Well,
They
yeah, there was thief in Queen Joe.
They're thief in all kind of thing. I mean,
Yeah,
they thief
I know
in
that.
election, they thief.
The only show that didn't thief in this year was Independence.
This year?
Man be dead.
Yeah, what that do?
Yeah, the man be
But I
dead.
hear the thief.
Other than that, yeah.
I hear the thief.
Carnival last year, they thief.
Carnival last year?
Yes.
But they always thieving.
Yeah, they thief.
Every carnival they thieving.
Yeah.
Every carnival they thieving.
So,
You know what's going on.
yeah.
But anyway, I want to ask you about what's going on in Grenada. All kind of thing happening. Guns, bullet flying left, right, and center. People
I
disappearing.
have a rape.
I hear about rape. Not tonight. I hear about $5,000.
Bail, yeah, I read that.
Not bail. $5,000.
Bail, sorry.
Reward. Yeah.
Since the 21st of February, that person is on the loose, and they might be armed and dangerous. And I think in like Grenada, so small, eh? Who could hide in Grenada?
Well, who say?
There's a trend that when people break away, when they escape, they just hit up the islands. Because they know generally we are fast people. We can't keep we mouth shut. Even though we don't want to sell out, you're going to pinch your neighbor. So I go and tell Godfrey, and Godfrey go and keep it a secret board. And then the person go and keep it a secret board.
Don't
and
tell nobody. And that person was telling you, and mind you, the person that tell you, don't tell nobody. They tell about 10 people already, you know.
You feel it, you are alone, eh?
Oh, yeah.
But they don't tell Mr. Man, you are alone and telling that, eh?
Yes, so.
But they don't tell everybody else.
They tell everybody else. They tell everybody else already. Everybody else. Yeah.
Sometimes.
But funny. I don't understand. If you aren't when prisoners go into court, aren't they handcuffed? I mean.
Yeah, like.
But how a man can get away and run so fast with a handcuff and police can't catch him?
You know what else? It's like, how did the three get away? Wasn't it a similar situation?
But I don't understand.
One, but three, that mean what happened? They were handcuffed together, the three of them? How three of them get away?
Well, let me tell you something, the way I see it. If they were handcuffed, and I don't know if they were, but if they were handcuffed and they could run and get away from the police, it had to be one or two things. One, the police and them didn't chase them. Or two, them police was fat and they couldn't run. So fat.
I feel it's all of the above.
I feel it's fat police and they don't have stamina. So they couldn't make it.
I feel, what's me? I say, me, in our welfare around here.
Exactly.
Public pension and thing, me, I go and deal with food and in my old age.
But I'm thinking about it. Let's start with the fella in Grenville. The one that get away from Grenville. If you go into the court and you get away, where you want to go?
They were fine.
But I don't. Well, Doc just joined us. Doc, good evening and well, morning, because now it's morning. We already program almost done. So morning.
Yeah, just say
you're
good evening.
Good morning and good morning to the listeners. I really regret my.
Why you ain't talking like wait there? Where you drum and them and you drink? Where you bottle and can empty?
Mando day.
Good morning to all the listeners.
Yeah, good morning.
Good night. Even before I could say my pleasantry, I'm being attacked by my colleagues. I don't understand what kind of manners is that. I just want to apologize for my tardiness. That is not usual with me, but it's happening tonight, so I want to apologize to all the listeners. I just joined in. I'm really not so sure here about police and fat police. That's all I've been hearing.
What fat police?
And running and who don't run. So I need to be up to speed. But I'm here.
Well, we're just trying to make sense of some of the trending stuff in Grenada.
Right.
So we were just trying to figure out, well, normally, when you're taking a prisoner to court, they're usually handcuffed. I mean, that's what I know. So if they're handcuffed, I'm trying to understand, I mean, how a man that is handcuffed, how fast can he run? The police can't hold him. And I mean, even if the police can't hold him, but I mean, the police could tell people, because I mean, in Grenville, people are always in Grenville.
Yeah.
So based on that, I cannot conclude that there are possibly two reasons. One is that the police don't chase them, or two, that them police and them was fat so they couldn't run and hold them fellas. So I mean, I tried to make it make sense. What you find?
Yeah, make it make sense.
What you find?
Yeah, well, that one I don't understand. That one, I don't know. I think this one is a different incident with the three guys. That one is a little puzzling. You have a lot of missing parts.
Mm-hmm.
In the first place, why you had three of them in this cell? I mean, in a typical police stunt, you separate and you try to get them confused, so you pick up information from them because they are different points.
Mm-hmm.
And then two of them escaping. I don't know. It just sung. And then we heard till Wednesday to hear the news. I just thought that is a little mind-boggling. Like why they lapse. Something don't seem to add up. And when somebody escaped, I think it was just good to early o'clock give us the public the warning, and particularly the fact that they are they were charged for rape, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Give the warning so people could be on the lookout. That's a possibility that they might be traveling together, or they're on the loose and they might commit a crime again, because it seems like most of those guys that are committing, they are generally repeat offenders.
Yes. Yep.
So I think just for the public safety, there seemed to be a major lapse in how the public was informed. So it's a little puzzling. But I hope what that does, it calls for a serious reflection, and on what we can do to address that situation. I don't want to lay no blame because I don't have the full story.
Well, that's the thing, but it's just so. I mean, it's kind of hard to comprehend and piece together, So I don't know. And another thing that I was a lot of thought. It was in my mind a lot. I heard Commissioner Assistant Commissioner Vanny Cohen saying that they put significant resources. You like to use these two words together. Significant resources. And I keep wondering that the media never seem to find out, get some explanation, some details as to what the significant resources are.
You're back to emphasizing the media's laziness. Is that what you're doing here?
But I told you earlier, listen, no. But I told you earlier to give the media the kudos. When you're talking about the lazy, you have to say it with conviction. You understand? You have to say it with confidence. You understand what I'm saying? I told you that, but you listen.
I just want to put out a disclaimer there that I said some of them, a lot of them. But I know some that I respect very much. They go the extra mile. They do their detail, their due diligence, their background checks, and all of that.
But but the thing is, even before we allay blame, right? Godfrey, I listened to the press conference and they had two questions. I mean, was it necessary you had to have a press conference in 10 minutes or 15 minutes? So I'm asking that question on the backdrop that why two questions? Why can't we exhaust and let the public be aware? If the media is that fifth estate, why? What is the limitation? What is the limitation on that time? What was so pressing that the press conference had to be on for 15 minutes or 20 minutes?
Well, let me tell you, Doc. Thing does they say fish does have to rotten from the head. When the media is put in a position where they have to give questions in advance to the Prime Minister of the country, I mean, what do you expect the police to do? They follow suit.
Well, I was not really just going there, but is that new? Is that precedent new?
No.
One. If it is not new, then I think we can just use it in terms of just this present dispensation. If it was not new, what was happening before? Wasn't there a limit on who can enter the press conference? But be that as it may, I'm not even going there. I'm just thinking on that last press conference, the police is not the part of the political, well, it shouldn't be part of the political directorate, meaning like they should be standing alone in terms of their independence.
They should be.
Independent.
Yeah. my point being that people are seeking and the media has a responsibility, but the media can only exercise their responsibility if they are given the time to ask the various questions. Now, you might say, did they go to the police station? Could they do investigation on their own? That may be so, but again, a press conference was a good time for them to expatiate. And I don't believe that they were given enough time. So I'm just questioning the fact that why they were reined in, why the time was limited for them to ask the question.
They might, I mean, they could have just probably put out a release and say what they had to say. Right. Instead of calling a press conference and you're telling people to question. Because this situation is a worrying situation as far as I'm concerned. I mean, and within, and it's not just in isolation, but a lot of things happened in a short space of time. A lot happened in a short space of time. So when you see that kind of thing happening, and some of the things you're hearing, it's of concern to the nation. So you either come prepared, or you don't come at all.
Yeah.
You don't come at all, you know, instead of putting limitations.
I just want to recognize the fact that I reached almost an hour late to close the gate, and then I still have people that are late after me. Yeah, still have people that are late after me. What a tragedy. Good night, Skull.
Yeah, so Scholar just joined us. We just basically just talking about trending events in Grenada. Talking about the situation with the prisoners and that the escapees and all that's happening. So Doc was just talking a little bit about the press conference. I know what your take on it.
Well, I've been listening audio on YouTube. You know, that's the honest truth. I lie down by listening audio. Truth is, I'm under the weather. I left work yesterday, didn't go today, and it's easy to take me out from not going to work. So I figure it's the Sahara Dust and all this other thing what the CMO spoke about. A lot of things in here. So there you go. But the press conference, the police, the escaped prisoners, everything. I want to put a different spin on it. I want to play devil's advocate, and I want to fret some people tonight. But I believe that, you see, sometimes we do things and we don't understand exactly what we're doing, and the chicken is coming home to roost. That's what is actually happening as far as I'm concerned, because Grenadians have developed an attitude over the last couple of years where anything police do, they wrong. Grenadians hate police. Anything where you have a police involved, it could be what the police wrong. And they'll beat up the police on social media, do all kind of thing. So police become in a kind of way. I mean, remember you had a little fella on the bus terminal, the man fight with the police, he fight. You could see the police didn't want to hit him, the police didn't want like a slap as though the police hand there. And people still want to kill the police. People say no, they don't want to. The little boy was, I mean, we spoke about it on our program. and we give the little boy blame, but people, so all these years I know I hear people talking because you have all the gun thing and so on now, and people talking about, oh, they should bring back the squad as peace and them and how peace and them. But peace and them squad, yeah. People didn't play used to say thing about peace and them.
True.
People used to really run them out on peace and them. As a matter of fact, when the video surfaced, where the police in St. Vincent pulled them in, and you see the police raise one of them and pitch him in a van, people on social media, that time they didn't know about white people and whatnot yet. People on social media start to kick up a head and say, oh, they are parents, and they are this, and how they could treat them so, and what. That is so Ghanaians love what they hate, or hate what they love, I don't know what it is. Because police have to be very careful. That is not to say that they men don't play the fool in grand hands. That's not to say that grand hands, as a matter of fact, most of the places that they call police station, down the station level yet, the police stations leave much to be desired. And so there has to be a deeper, bigger conversation of police station and the safety and those buildings dilapidated and so on, because what I understand is that they may bend some iron or some kind of thing in the cell and get away and these things. That speaks to an even bigger issue. How did we leave our police stations get to this point, you see? So this is a lot of things, a lot of things to digest. There are things to open people's eyes and so on. But really and truly, Ghanaians have to, I think we have to recalibrate on when police doing their work, everything, before police thing, I see man forcing up police in video and police, we still cussing the police. So, but I don't know. I sorry for them police. You know, honestly, I'm sorry for police. In terms of the press conference, police. In all fairness, I don't think the press conference was handled as well as probably it could have. But at the same time, you see it all over the world. When crime is committed and police make a press conference, police are always guarded in terms of what they say. Sometimes, even in America, you hear man, when them men have mass shooting and police chief coming and talk to you don't feel to slap him because the men hardly giving out information. And the men are always tongue in cheek and trying to go wrong and dodge question and so on. So that to me seems like a policing thing, where as it is. But by I guess the police and them trying to determine what they should give out, what they shouldn't give out, what is incriminating because it's a fluid situation, what them Vinci say as opposed to what they say, how a smart liar can take that and twist that in court. So police have to always be careful of what they say. And then there's the famous one where I think they ask the man a question, the commissioner, and he say that is above the grade and incompetence. And when I hear the thing, me for myself, I say, oh, what the hell kind of thing? What a man saying there, and people beat the man up and they say, oh, Commissioner Martin would never think and so on. And when I go back and I really listen and I say, let me hear the question. And the question that they asked the man, the answer was actually perfect. The man don't lie, that was above his pay grade and incompetence. As to who go decide on jurisdiction and all this kind of thing, he can't decide that. There is some judge thing that is above the man pay grade, that is above the man competence. He was actually correct. But by anyway, I think that's Doc enough.
Doc, Doc, what do you think?
Huh?
What do you think? Based on, what Skull said.
For the pay grade?
No, not generally the explanation regarding the police and how they treat it and all that.
I'm hearing scholar. I don't buy a lot of scholars say because at some time, no matter how you are, who you are, at some time the buck stop with you. So as it relates to the information in terms of the time, I believe the general statement, Scholar make it that sometimes we beat up on the police. That is true, and unnecessarily and sometimes unfair. But in certain times, the buck stops with them. I mean, Grenada expect, and everybody, we expect our police service, our police force to be able to be responsible for our security. And we expect them to deal with the criminals in the best way they can. And know they have limitations, because not just limitations and frustrations. But again, it is up to the police. The police, some of them have to make their own story. They have to make their own intervention in order to ensure that they secure the nation, because that's what they're there for. So in terms of the guys that them escaping, irrespective of what, the buck stop with the police, meaning there probably could have been dilapidation of the prison. Something could have happened. I mean, even if this abuse, even if you want to handcuff those guys and them or have them in separate, how do you justify having three of them in the same cell? In terms of police procedure, I don't. So at some time the box up with them, they have to take the blame that is alleged to them. So that is what. In terms of the when Scholar mentioned about the pay grade, I think the answer was very, very adequate. Whether it's in St. Vincent water, because I think the general reason is that the two yachties or persons that were the two yachties, basically if they got killed maybe in St. Vincent water. There's a great possibility. So the Commissioner of Police cannot answer that. St. Vincent could have actually make a claim that these guys are them should stay because they committed crime on the water. And that could only come about because of further investigation.
So there's my thing. So couldn't he have answered differently and probably say, unless it is determined where what happened, then he's not in a position to speak on jurisdiction. But I think choice of words there may have been the issue.
But jurisdiction is not the forte of the Commissioner of Police in terms of whether it's...
No, I understand. I understand that. I'm just saying in terms of choice of words. I mean, you're the Commissioner of Police. And like everything else, there are some things that people don't expect to hear from you.
So if you think about it, you're in that...
I'm not disagreeing with you, I'm just saying... I'm just saying he could have said what he said differently. Because the truth is, unless they could determine where whatever happened, you are in no position to say that.
Right, I understand. But remember, it's like he's not doing like a quiz or a test where he has the time. He's on his feet. He's thinking. The question is being posed immediately. So the choice of word probably could have... Yeah?
Correct is right.
Yeah. So he's responding, but what was the context of the answer? So it's not just the answer, but what is it he's trying to convey, I think is more important than the actual wording. So what he's trying to convey, well, sometimes the guys commit crime in Grenada water, they rape in Grenada, but they probably murder in St. Vincent. They committed a murder in St. Vincent. But he's answering as he's on his feet, So,
Godfrey. What happened there is that the gentleman responded in the good, authentic Guav way. We say things differently.
If I'm Guav?
And how do we... Yes, Guav. It's from Guav.
Well, I never know
if he had not said that...
If he was not at that program, I would have said something else, no.
You would have nothing to talk about, no. You would have nothing to give 8 days on Facebook and all of that. So, another accolade here, leave it up to our Guelph commissioners to do things differently and give the rest of Grenada something to talk about.
That's you really should not take that boast. No, you really should not take that boast.
No. But hold on, Reece, because I agree with you. And it doesn't matter, because I don't think what the man is, that doesn't say what he's trying to convey properly. What the man is conveying, he wasn't trying to convey anything. He was conveying that this is not a decision that he can make. This is a decision for somebody higher up, some judge. St. Vincent can make that decision either. That judge being to determine whose jurisdiction is the thing, so the man properly answer the question. But now, you see, it drives home and we don't have culture. So we had to find cultural significance and cultural lessons from what is going on.
Exactly.
Now,
the man was no Edwin Martin, okay? He was no polished Edwin Martin.
And that is what, you know, the bad thing, and we get it all the time on this program, the bad thing, and I guess by that culture, competence is judged in Grenada based on how you could talk it. Now, if you could talk without karma in it, they don't care what you say. They don't care how much you go wrong, all nonsense, how much you lie. Once you could talk without karma, you're good to go. Now, if you could talk with, and you are karma, I say that karma all about, and things. Man starting to judge you and say, but because the among the man would say, but that man incompetent. The among the man would say, the old commissioner was more competent. The old commissioner could have talked. I mean, you give him that. This is one of the best orators Grenada has, the old commissioner. But there is nothing that says that being able to talk is competence, is competence, right? But that's how we judge things in Grenada. So immediately man started to say, "Why that man incompetent," and how that man could answer that thing so, and they make a set of thing on Facebook. And I for myself, during the press conference, believe, I'm thinking to myself, how that man could say this thing? When I go and I listen to the question, I say, but wait now, boy. That is what people talking about. The man was correct. It's not what the man was trying to convey. The man conveyed what he was conveying, as far as I'm concerned. The man is correct. And as Godfrey said, well, he could have been it a different way. He could have said a different thing. He could have said it without karma.
So one of the other things that was all over on Facebook was of people commenting about the Prime Minister and not making any statements on this whole situation. What do you guys think? Reece, let me start with you.
The Prime Minister not saying anything?
Yeah, well, not making a comment on the whole situation.
First of all, wasn't he out of state when all this was transpiring?
But I don't think being out of state having to do with making a statement.
No, you see, that's it, eh? When we want what we want, that's it. Another situation, you would have been okay with him being out of state. But
no, not necessarily. No, I mean...
Technology must come into play.
No, but right? making a statement, but I mean, you don't have to be in a place to make a statement.
But anyways, what statement you have to make? It is something in the hands of the police. What statement you have to make? The police came out and did the press conference. What is it that happened in this situation, right? That is so different from other heinous crimes that would have happened where prime ministers did not have to speak because the police had to. Oscar Bartholomew, which prime minister that came out and speak? I don't understand why you have to come out and speak. We'd love to hear him speak.
Well, I mean, I'm just asking. People been commenting that there's a lot of comments. I just want to get your take on it.
Because, and you know why they were commenting? Because the man say this is over his pay grade and his competency. They say, okay, well, his boss is the Minister of National Security. So if it's not him, then it's his boss, right? But as scholars say, the man was answering in context of the question. And I don't think the context of the answer had anything to do with St. Vincent Prime Minister or Grenada's Prime Minister. It had to do with jurisdiction and, well, as scholar explained. So I don't see why the Prime Minister have to come and say anything right now. When it warrants it, it warrants it. I remember with the issue with the Haitians that were deported, right? It warrants him coming and give an explanation as to why and that sort of thing. But in this case, we had a man that cut out two head, bring it in the police station. I didn't see the Minister of National Security come in and say something. So I know.
I think I would expect the Minister of National Security to comment on something when Grenadians or Grenadian citizens are tragically affected in a serious way. In that case, that is just a regular run-of-the-mill crime. it is not something that, you know, a major disaster, 10 houses get burned down, blah, 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 or, you know, a major thing. So this, a crime committed by Grenadian citizens, should the Prime Minister comment every time there is a crime also? I didn't really see the need for that, though. I don't know how I could...
We might have people who are viewing us that have neurological issues. Okay? So this shaking thing that you're doing there, you need to stop. Settle your hand.
Oh, gosh. All right. Scholar, what you think? No, I ask you what's your take. What your take on it?
Oh, whether the Prime Minister should say things?
Yeah, make a comment. I don't know what comment. I mean,
the Prime Minister should say things, you know what I mean? The man who say things, wherever they say they Ghana, say things. I think he held a press conference in Ghana that addressed those issues. I don't know if anybody saw it. But he had a press conference in Ghana in which he addressed the issues on crime, and he addressed that very issue. So in actual fact, he said things, which is the truth. From where he was in Ghana, he actually said things. He had a press conference.
Yeah, I know he did address but in a broad way, you know, the whole crime and violence thing in the Caribbean, and then he made a reference to the Grenada situation. Yeah. Yeah, that was it. I mean, the thing is, when these things happen, you get all different sides. I mean, I have seen lots of, I mean, some of them very humorous, very comical on social media. Of course, social media is known for them kind of things. But I